So before it's dark, I get you another update from my day 2 at the Camino. I've been walking from San Sebastian to, Saimba. Um, is it called? It's a little town. It must be about 30 kilometers again. Um, and it was amazing. I got up quite early. Oh, I'm actually in the hammock. So I have found a nice little place. I'll show you what that looks out there. So there, it's down the sea. I'm in a slope, and feel very, very blessed for today. Got up early, and pretty shortly thereafter, I came to another guy who was walking in front of me. It turns out he was called Linus, and he was 23 years of age. And we started talking. Got on like a house of fire. Later on, I realized, my God, this guy is half my age. We had such a good time. Suddenly, five hours were gone, and we did a lot of kilometers, and it was most incredible. And we walked on just the energy of our conversation. We had no real stop, no real water breaks. I'm moving the whole time because a few mosquitoes are there, and you see I have this mosquito net on that they don't bite me and eat me alive. But that was truly amazing. The whole energy from 5 hours walking with a 20 kg rucksack was carried by this wonderful energy that we created in this chat. And we talked about a lot of things, and it was most awesome. Laughed together. Other people came into it. We walked a little while. And then we decided to part from there. And I knew I needed to go on, and I needed to let go of that moment, of that beauty to walk the Camino with another person that one could share it with. And there was one thing, we came along and there was this little stand. And they offered complimentary or by donation basis coffee, teas, and muffins and biscuits to the pilgrims, to the people who were doing the pilgrim. And I thought it was most wonderful. And this is like, how much would you want for the muffin and for 2 coffees and 2 muffins? And it's like, by donation. Doesn't make any difference, by donation. And because it was made by love and just to support other people, it was just such an amazing experience. I think 3 hours afterwards, we started repeatedly bringing up the joy of having experienced that there are people on the roadside, they're doing this, and they're doing this every day for the joy of the other people, to support them on their way. And it was amazing, because this community was called, it was an action community that was associated with it, and they're called 12 tribes. And it's, I believe, a Christian background. There's about 30 people of them. And I have a little textbook, and it's amazing. I maybe post tomorrow something of them. Because this is also something that I'm looking for, is to build a community or to live within a community with certain ethics and morals that I think our world doesn't offer anymore. And mainly around, depending on how you interpret Jesuit or Jesus teachings, Christianity. That would be really important for me, and they do that. So that was really interesting to see them, what they're doing, and that was very exciting. I have 2 little booklets that I took with me and read in it, and there's this huge fear of going into a community, like it's so not cool and whatever, a community. But I think it's to find the right one that really matters. So I'm excited about that. I would love to find a spot here on the Camino and support people along the way and create something where they can come for very little money, and you just host them with a bare minimum, a bed and nothing much else. They come and they go. but it's a steady stream, and you just know you're doing something good. And yeah, put up some coffee and some biscuits, and do it by donation basis. How wonderful, awesome. Um, and then I went further on, and my intuition took me to the left into a side road and said, like, have a look what's there. And there were two caravans, these Volkswagen campers, and there were suddenly these three people, and I said hello. I was like, how you doing? They were from the UK, and it's a real cool dude. We're sitting there in a glorious princess, I remember, and then this other guy, and we started talking, and we just got on like a house of fire, and I both read their horoscopes, and out of the blue, and just told them what I had to tell them, and it went bizarre. It was a musician. Um, so I gave him everything I had to give him, and from my heart. And we sat there maybe 2 hours, and it was the most joyful, and got something to eat, got a coffee, got two coffees actually, um, from the guy who was a photographer as well. And so it was the most bizarre family connection, to find your tribe out here, to being attracted to your tribe. I know today I had so many goosebumps, over and over these goosebumps that told me I'm in the flow, I'm in the right place, keep doing. And yesterday evening I sat down and put my finances to it, and I had to realize, like, oh, I'm spending by far too much money. So get out of the city centers where it's all about money, and the weather is now stable enough so that I can stay outside, and just trust that I'll find two trees where I can put up my hammock and can stay safely. Um, and every 2 or 3 days, I need to go into a hostel, just to wash clothes and stay out of the weather if the weather is bad, or if there's rain forecast. But then that saves a lot of money, because it's still, most of it is 20 quid or so per night. And yeah, if you're a couple of weeks out there, that's still money that I don't have at the moment. I know I have about 10 days maybe, so I need to save that. Also about, you come to so many places, and it's like you could spend €2 there, and at the bakery another €2-3 there, and a coffee, and sit down and have a little sandwich and this and that, and suddenly you rake up 20-30 quid over the day, and it's just no go. So yesterday I spent too much, and I realized that, and I said, like, no, I can't do this. So I need to average it out, and I can't stay in the hostels. It's not in. So I need to stay outside. And during the day, I mean, it's a spiritual path, and it's not a consumer journey where I just go on holidays and have an open budget and have the high life. That's what's not about. So the spiritual journey is really like, okay, cut down on the things. And today I spent €5. Just 8 fruits and then 2 sandwiches I had from yesterday. And that was it. And it was awesome. And it's amazing how much energy you get from nature. If you're out in nature and you're connected to nature, you receive so much energy from it. You can walk endless hours on no energy. Walk in the city center, and it drains you. Every half an hour you want to go in the bakery, or want to do this, or want to get that and get a drink. In nature, not. You'll be recharged by walking in nature. That's the way how it feels anyway. So I see it's quite dark. Yeah, today I realized that so much happiness and luck is when you have people to share it with, to have a common and mutual experience that works for both sides, and to be in the bliss of that, knowing of that, and feeling that by getting the goosebumps all the time, by knowing, wow, okay, here you're with a person, go with him, keep going with him, then letting go. Then the next service was there that I could do, and it's just keep on going, and it's like keep asking, how can it get any better than this? And this is really was today. I'm lying here in the hammock. Just before that, I went to a glorious beach, went into the water, dived into the waves, lay out on the beach again in the beautiful sunshine, and then I walked up here. And now I only hear cowbells, and tomorrow morning it'll be good weather, as it looks like, and hopefully I will have a good sleep. So, day 2, how can it get any better than this? It was truly awesome. Universe, go and show me how can my days on the Camino can get any better than this. I wish you all the most pleasant night. Thanks for watching, and speak soon. Bye bye.